Hey, this is Dr. Ron Eccles with Going Vertical Coaching. As a business consultant and a professional speaker, I have the wonderful opportunity of getting to talk to so many different kinds of people. And here's one of the most amazing things about entrepreneurs and business owners, and that is our incredible ability to get distracted from what's most important. Now, I suffer with that too. I'm just like you. But I've been working for many years on self-discipline and building habits into my life that help me to prosper and grow in successful ways. Years ago, when I began my professional speaking career, one of my friends, Bob Diamond, labeled me the success doctor because he knew how passionate I was about the subject of success in studying successful people, successful businesses, and the principles of success so I could apply them. And I did it originally first for me, right? But then it became a passion of mine to encourage and help other people, inspire them to become the most successful version of what God made you to be. So that's where I spend my life. That's the lane I live in nowadays. Coaching, speaking, encouraging, inspiring, and equipping people to be the very best they were designed to be. Now, when it comes to business, one of the great things that get in the way of being massively productive, or we would say successful, right? Because success is nothing more than the ability to achieve a outcome or goal that you have in mind. So whatever that might be, maybe it's having $10 million in the bank. Maybe it's having cash flow through your business of $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000 a month. Whatever that is for you, that is success. But here's one of the things that keeps us from getting the success we've always wanted. Now, there are many things, but this is one that's really key. It's learning how to stay focused and having your eye on your vision and your goals. Now, your vision is a bigger picture, right? Your goal is a shorter picture of the nearer future. So let me give you a vision for my business and Going Vertical Coaching is to eventually have thousands of members as part of my coaching program, where we have regional events a couple times a year, and there's hundreds, if not a couple thousand people that are there to be inspired, to grow even more. They've already been through training, but they want more. That's a vision, right? I envision having written multiple books that change people's lives. I envision being able to be invited throughout the world and experience so many different cultures, to be able to speak and also equip other countries, other people around the planet on the gifting that I am enjoying nowadays, and I'm being able to give back to other people. See, that's a bigger vision, right? But my 1-year goal is a little bit shorter of that, right? It might be to speak in 2 different countries. Right now, I'm booked to speak in Hungary next year. Again, I will have the wonderful honor of sharing the stage with Mr. Brian Tracy. That is a privilege in and of itself, and I don't know if Brian even remembers my name from the last time we shared a stage, but I got to tell you, I remember his, and I remember the event. And I'm looking forward to speaking in Hungary to a whole different group of people that are in a different place than we are here in the United States, right? And I'm excited about that because that is a fulfillment of a dream that I had many years ago. And I'm grateful to God as He presents the opportunities for me to be able to fulfill these dreams of my younger days and to be able to plant more in me to go even further. I've had the wonderful opportunity recently to speak with a friend of mine on his TV show he just launched called God Made Millionaire. And that episode will debut in April. And then I plan on going back several more times now. In full disclosure, I pay to go on the show, right? But I do that because I know that if I'm good enough and God favors me, that it will lead to other appearances where I'll be invited to come speak on other TV shows that will allow me to leverage my talents, my gifts, and my abilities to millions of people at a time. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm so glad to be able to participate in something like that. Now, when it comes down to growing your business, I'm going to encourage you to do a couple things. What are you doing to stay in your lane? To not get distracted, to not try to take on too much. As a matter of fact, here's a very simple plan for you. Keep it simple. Simplify as often and as much as you can. Don't complicate your life. That's the opposite. Many people think that the more things I do and the more I get involved in, the better it is for me financially. And the answer is that's not true. It's not good for your finances. It's not good for your relationships. It's not good for your health. And it's not good for your spiritual walk. Simplify. In other words, here's another way of looking at it. It's better to go deep before you go wide. Develop deep relationships and love with your spouse or your children or your friends, your parents, before you try to get too many friends, right? Go deep in your business and whatever your expertise in. Go deep and make it a very successful business before you try to go into other avenues. Go deep in your health, right? Really work at flexibility, at your cardiovascular system, your strength system, and your balance, right? Go deep in those areas. Pick one sport or pick one thing that you'll do and then pick up momentum from there before you go wide. And when it comes to your spiritual life, right? There's many different ways I could direct you, but the thing is, are you spending time in prayer or devotional reading or in fellowship with other people of your faith? You see, going deep and keeping it simple, avoiding the distractions will take you much further than if you allow yourself to be pulled off course every opportunity, every time somebody comes in with another idea or something else that stimulates your brain. And trust me, I have the same type of entrepreneurial brain. It gets distracted very easily because I am excited about opportunities. But the reality of it is I need to continue down the course and the lane that I've been given, that God has equipped me in, that he's given to me, and he wants me to go deep in. Before I go to other areas, I need to really go deep in the area I'm equipped and called to do. And that's one more thing I'll just go with is because here's a big question for so many people. What's my purpose? Man, I don't know what my purpose is. I literally had to go for a procedure today. It's a 10-year procedure as part of a preventative maintenance thing. And the young nurse who was taking care of me before I had the procedure, she was talking to me and she found out that I do a lot of professional speaking and I'm very much involved in, we'll call it self-development. And I hate using that term because everything I have comes from God. And I'm so grateful just to be a conduit, right? For speaking into people's lives, things that they need to hear that are encouraging and equipping and empowering. And she was so excited about it. And one of the things I did share with her was to keep your life as simple as possible and really focus in on what your gifting is. Because one of her questions to me was, what book can I read to find out about my purpose? Like, I want to know what my purpose is. And let me give you just a very short talk about it. And then I'll expand on this in another particular video. Our purpose is sometimes not discovered fully until a certain point in life, until enough seasoning has come about. But the DNA of your greatness, the DNA of what your purpose is, was planted inside of you at the time of conception. I believe this is my view. And when that seed was planted in there, just like you're a seed, sometimes your life metaphorically needs to be planted. And sometimes that planting means you're in the dark. You don't know what the result's going to be. But during that time, everything you're exposed to, every job you've had, every bit of your journey, the highs and the lows have all been part of growing roots, deep, strong roots. And if you know anything about plant systems, nutrients are brought up from the soil around it into the plant so it can eventually grow and be healthy. And roots also give it stability against the storms surrounding it. So if you're following me and you're really sharp, which I know you are, you can readily see that having this journey you've been on prepares you for what your purpose is going to be. It took me 50 years of my life of sowing and struggling and going through multiple different careers to achieve what I've finally been able to achieve so far, and that is to walk in my calling. My calling and my gifting and my purpose is to inspire, empower, and equip men and women just like you to achieve everything in life you were designed and born to achieve. This is Dr. Ron with Going Vertical Coaching. Listen, I hope you'll do a couple things. Number one is subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and come on back. See me soon. If you got any comments or you'd like to hear any other subjects, let me know. Hey, listen, if you disagree with me, that's cool too. Put it down here. But as long as we do it respectfully to one another, that's the most important thing. Love you. Talk to you soon.